Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the channel. I can't stop grinning because I'm actually surprised myself at what I've done to myself. So got a new truck finally. It's been time. My truck has worked hard for a few years and it's time to replace it. So I never knew that I'm actually gonna get this truck. Let me show you guys. Well, by the way, I'm actually at Sam's house, V-Belt. Check this out. Yep, Ram 3500 Laramie 4x4. Whew, this thing's gonna be nice. My other truck was not 4x4 and that gave me a couple gray hairs. You know, you get stuck somewhere, try to get out. So we went down yesterday with Sam to the dealer, picked this thing up. When I was over there, well, here he is. What you think?
Of the whole situation?
Yeah.
Well, we started off, 3500 was definitely the favored choice for comfort, power, and just overall nice truck. But a 5500 is always kind of nice for bigger brakes, stronger frame, just a heavier duty truck. So we test drove that first, and we were both kind of like, oh, this will get the job done. And then Arthur was answering his own questions as soon as he sat in the 3500. This wasn't the first one that we drove, because we drove a couple yesterday, but this one fit the package that you wanted.
Yeah.
But as soon as you hopped in that thing, dude, you could see just like the comfort, you knew the power is there, and it just wasn't such a terrible rough ride like the 5500 class trucks are. But you still got the 35,000 pound worth of payload towing capacity.
Yeah.
With
Well,
this.
on specs, this thing actually could haul more than my 450, because that 450 is a 2012.
Mm-hmm.
And my biggest complaint was the ride quality. You know, if you're day in, day out, just riding a bull, that's what it felt like. You know, I might as well be a rodeo cowboy right there after riding a cab chassis. You know, this thing tows more, and I'm in the valley, and I know some guys are in the hills that have 3500s and no complaints. So this is
Exhaust brake.
Exhaust brake is actually the reason why I got the Ram. That's the only reason. Otherwise I'll go with the Ford. But yeah, I'm excited to tow with this thing. Sam let me borrow the ball for...
Showed up.
Yeah, let me show you guys.
Don't tell him about it, show him about it.
Yeah. So here's the ball he's gonna let me use, because the dealer didn't have the parts open yesterday. So I'm gonna order one probably tonight or tomorrow. So
like, that's just a Kurt 30K ball, and Arthur's trailer in this truck is rated for more than 30K. So this little guy isn't gonna quite do the job, so you're gonna order a
38
3-inch ball. Yeah. So
3-inch 38K ball, because I'm not gonna haul that heavy, but I'd rather have more than not enough, because I'd rather be overkill than under.
yeah, we're right on the threshold of, because every day if you got a 8,000, 9,000, 10,000 pound trailer and then you're putting 20K on it, you're right there at the max of the ball, and essentially the ball is the smallest and the weakest link. You don't want any of that, so this will do for now. I used that one for a while. I got the BMW after that, but still plenty of life in that bad boy for a couple days while you're waiting for your new one.
Yeah. And then the awesome thing is this truck has bed lights, so connecting the trailer at night won't be an issue. There's a button right here.
Yeah. Where's the button?
Oh, right there underneath. You hit that, so there's a light right there, one right there, and then one up top.
It lights all three up with one button.
Yeah, 1, 3. And then this thing has the trailer package, which gives you 5 cameras. It has camera on the back right here, and then one up top, and then there's a couple cameras. I'll show you guys. And there's one on each side, and then one up front, which is gonna make it super nice, especially when I'm in the hills and all the roads are tight. I could actually see what's going on. I don't have to jump out and look, because sometimes you get in those locations where you got to be super careful.
Wouldn't hurt to hop out and still look every once.
It wouldn't hurt, yeah, but if it's raining, all that, it just makes, it's not necessary. The package, this package and the price they had on it, it was too good to pass up. You know, I came there and I wasn't sure if I'm gonna find anything, but this thing was just, you just couldn't pass it up. It was just too good of a deal. Yeah, so basically for some reason the tires say 80 pounds and they bring them up to 80, 85 pounds. So when I came up here, one of my fronts was at 97 pounds of air PSI. That's way too much. So he gave me one of his air chucks, so we brought down the fronts and the rears down to 80, because usually he rides them at 70 rears and 75 front. So I'm gonna try that out because it was a little rough, you know. I mean, obviously it's a dually, it's a 3500. It's not gonna be your smoothest ride.
Way smoother than a 55.
Oh my gosh, 55! Don't even get me started on one of those.
All right, talk about your seats and your interior.
All right, well, this is a Laramie package 1, so it comes with leather seats, heated and cooled. Which the cooled is what I'm excited for, especially in the summer, because sometimes you get to a job, you know, sun beats through your window, you jump back in, you're gonna get yourself a barbecue for, you know. That's what it feels like. And then, and that's not only once a day, you know. If you jump out 7, 10, 11, 12 times a day, it's just gonna be better to leave the AC seats on. So I'm happy for that. The biggest thing is my truck, Ford, it didn't have options for the trailer. Like, he just switched it out for me. This truck knows that the trailer is going to have electric over hydraulic brakes, which is going to make the brakes even stronger. Because my brakes were fine, but I'm excited to see what the difference is going to be.
You got a heavy duty and a light duty setting for that too. Exactly. So if you have a little trailer with that brake configuration,
switch it out.
Yeah, and then I think the layout's so much nicer on these, I don't know, 5th gens or 4th gen and a half, whatever you call it. Just the button configuration and everything. I think this package is, for compared to like the unlimited or the limited one that we drove with, that was just all iPad. Yeah. This is a lot nicer for work truck-ish, because you got more buttons. It's easier to hit as you're driving. You're not iPadding up the whole time. Yeah, because I mean, when we drove that limited yesterday, it had that big 12-inch screen, which is cool looking, but to be, at the end of the day, I like the buttons, because, you know, I don't have to go through the menus, find how to turn down the AC. I could just boom, turn it on, turn it off. You know, or I want, heated seats, hit that, or if I want to turn like the dude, you forgot about your heated steering wheel option for wintertime, bud. Come on.
That's important too, because sometimes, you know, you start work at 3 a.m. the steering wheel has icicles on it, and you're pretty much driving like this for 5 minutes down the road. So before I jump in, I'll have to heat everything up so that when I jump in the truck, everything's warm. And
plus remote start, you don't have to go out there.
Exactly.
While you're still eating your Cheerios, you can fire up the truck.
I'm excited for that.
It's what you're gonna eat. Like, somebody's gonna be like, oh, you don't need that kind of luxury for a work truck. Literally, like, the price package, you can't really complain about what you got versus what you would have opted out of, and the price value just, it wasn't there.
Some dealers sold the lower trim package for the same price, or not, if not more than what I got for a Laramie over there. Yeah. So I mean, it's just too good to pass up, because we spend all day in these trucks. You know, at the end of the day, you just want to be comfortable, because I mean, you don't have to be, but it's just better for you, so you're not tired when you come home. And another thing, this thing's 4-wheel drive. My other truck wasn't, so that's gonna be awesome. And then exhaust brake, that's just what I'm hyped for, man. I can't wait for the trailer to get connected tomorrow. Tow haul mode, sensors, I mean,
film that. Now you have the crew cab, so you can take the family on, not only just a work truck now. Well, you got a family truck.
Yeah, exactly, because sometimes depends what I'm hauling. I could take my family. You know, if it's on a Saturday, it's something, you know, some casual trailer load or something, I could take my family, because they always want to go, but I didn't really want them to ride in the 450 because of the bad ride. So this thing, because I know how this thing rides, because we towed the big trailer back from Texas in your truck, and that thing just, we forgot that the trailer was there most of the time. And the 450 you never forget, so it's going to be nice.
All right, well, options that you wanted on the truck. Interior had everything except for the center console.
Yeah, but now that I've drove with this thing,
you kind of like it?
Talked to some guys, I actually like this better.
I told you.
This actually has probably the same amount of space, storage as the console. Yeah. Because this thing pops open, and then the seat pops open. There's a bunch of space, so I'm excited. There's more legroom.
Multiple rooms for your Glocks.
Yeah, exactly.
This thing, check this out. The Glock holders are endless right here. You got one, then you got your standard one, then you got another one. Pop her up. Oh my gosh, dang. There's another one. Alright, I'll chime in for the options. It's the specs on it: 410 horsepower, 1,000 foot-pound torque, whatever. High output with 6-speed IS and 4-wheel drive, 410 gear ratio. Bummer this one didn't have the bed liner, but the other one they had on the lot didn't have the gooseneck stuff in it. So
alright, so we're on the way back home, and this is not my first drive on it. Obviously I already put 125 miles on this truck, but I still can't get over how nice this thing rides. So really excited to throw a trailer on. I kind of already know what it's going to be like because we towed that trailer back with Sam from Texas, but you know, it's been a minute. It's been 8 or 9 months since I've pulled that trailer with the 35, but it was nice. It's one of those experiences when I'm not going to forget. So I look forward to that. We're going to get back to the house, hook up to the trailer, and go from there. All right, guys, back at the house. Got the trailer hooked up, got everything wired, and yeah. So she's ready for work. Threw some of the stuff in here, like my vest, my hard hat, you know, random tools, fire extinguisher. But it's pretty late and I need to get up pretty early tomorrow, so I'm gonna have to come back tomorrow after work and, you know, organize all of it in boxes and just make compartments and get a fuel tank for the back and a toolbox, or all this stuff could be in there. So a lot of work left to do, but man, I am so stoked. So stay tuned. I'm gonna be coming out and working. So like always, guys, have a blessed day and we'll see you on the next one.